What if I gave you $100 just a single, crisp Benjamin Franklin, and I dropped you off in one of 10 completely different cities around this beautiful, beautiful world? Could you make it through the day? I mean, could you really live? Could you eat well, maybe find a little treat, a little something that makes you smile? Could you see the sights, the things that make a place truly special? Or, and this is the scary part, would you look down at your empty wallet by noon with nothing but the memory of an expensive cup of coffee? It's a delicious puzzle, isn't it? $100 one day, and a world of possibilities. Hey travelers, I'm Kay, and welcome back to the Travel Perk. Today, we are embarking on a grand adventure, a global quest of fiscal responsibility and epic fun. We're taking this, $100, and we're going to see just how far it can stretch across 10 absolutely incredible cities in the year 2025. We're going from the dazzling, neon-soaked alleyways of Tokyo, all the way to the vibrant, flavor-packed street food paradise that is Mexico City. We're going to find out what your money really gets you out there in the big, wide world. Now I have to tell you, I went into this with some ideas, some preconceived notions about what would be expensive and what would be a bargain. But spoiler alert, some of these cities completely, utterly shocked me. The value you can find, the experiences you can have, sometimes in the most unexpected places. It's why we travel, right? It's for the surprises, for the moments that make you go, wow, I can't believe this. So get ready, buckle up, because we're about to find out where your $100 feels like $1 million. Are you ready? I'm ready. I hope you're hungry for adventure because we've got a lot of ground to cover and only $100 to do it in. This is it, folks. The ultimate challenge. Let's go. $100 in 10 cities. Let the countdown and the eating and the exploring officially begin. First stop, a city that has my heart and my stomach completely captivated. You're gonna love this. Oh, Mexico City. Just saying the name makes me happy. It's a city that pulses with life, with music, with color, and most importantly, with flavor. This is a place where you don't just eat, you experience food on a whole other level. Our day starts, as all good days should, with breakfast. We found this incredible little spot, a local fonda, where the air is thick with the smell of fresh tortillas and simmering sauces. For just $5 I got chilaquiles verdes. We're talking about crispy tortilla chips bathed in a tangy green salsa, topped with crumbly queso fresco, a dollop of crema, and a perfectly fried egg. It's not just a meal, it's a hug in a bowl. It's the kind of breakfast that sets the tone for a perfect day. With a happy belly and $95 still in my pocket, it was time to move. And how do you get around a city this massive? You could take a taxi, sure, but why would you when you have the metro? For a mere 25 cents? Yes, you heard me, a quarter. The entire city opens up to you. It's efficient, it's clean, and it's a show in itself. You're surrounded by the real rhythm of the city, the music, the chatter, the vendors selling little snacks. It's not just transportation, it's immersion. We hopped on a train, rattling along with the morning commuters, heading towards the heart of history, feeling like we had the secret key to the city. Our first stop, the Zocalo, the main square. It's enormous, breathtakingly so, surrounded by the Metropolitan Cathedral and the National Palace. And guess what? It costs absolutely nothing to stand in the middle of it all and just soak in centuries of history. This is where the Aztec Empire once stood, where revolutions were born. You can feel the energy in the stones. We spent a good hour just wandering, watching the world go by, marveling at the sheer scale of it all. This is the beauty of travel, isn't it? The most profound experiences are often completely free. We're hours into our day, and we've barely spent a thing. After absorbing all that history, you work up an appetite again, right? Of course you do. And in Mexico City, the answer is always just around the corner. We saw a street cart, a man expertly slicing pasta from a rotating spit, the pineapple perched on top, its juices caramelizing as they dripped down. 2 al pastor tacos, please, for a grand total of $2. Each bite was a flavor explosion. The savory marinated pork, the sweet pineapple, the fresh cilantro and onion, a squeeze of lime. It's perfection on a tiny tortilla. This isn't just a snack, it's a masterpiece. And our total spend for the day so far? A whopping $7.25. Unbelievable. Okay, with our taco-fueled energy renewed, it was time for some culture. And you can't come to Mexico City without visiting the home of one of its most iconic artists. We took another quick metro ride and a short walk to Coyoacán, a neighborhood that feels like a different world. Cobblestone streets, colorful buildings, a peaceful bohemian vibe. Our destination, the Frida Kahlo Museum, the Casa Azul. The entrance was the biggest expense of our day so far, setting us back $15, but let me tell you, it is worth every single penny. Walking through her blue house is like walking through her life, her art, her pain, and her passion. Inside the Casa Azul, you see her studio, her paints, her iconic wardrobe, even the bed where she created so many of her masterpieces while recovering from injuries. It's an incredibly moving and intimate experience. You leave with a much deeper understanding of the woman behind the legend. It's not just a museum, it's a pilgrimage for art lovers. It's a quiet, powerful experience that stays with you long after you leave. We spent a couple of hours there completely absorbed, feeling grateful for the chance to step into her world, and even with this ticket price, our running total is just $22.25. We still have over $75 to go. All that art and emotion can be draining, so we needed a pick-me-up. We wandered through the Coyoacán market, a kaleidoscope of sights and smells, and found a stand selling aguas frescas for $1. I chose the horchata, a sweet, creamy rice milk drink with a hint of cinnamon. It was cool, refreshing, and exactly what I needed. It's the little things, you know? A simple, delicious drink on a warm afternoon. That's happiness. It's these small, affordable joys that make Mexico City so special. You don't need to break the bank to have a rich and fulfilling day. For our grand finale, we headed to the Ciudadela Market, a paradise for souvenir hunters. I wanted something to remember this incredible day. I wasn't looking for a cheap magnet, I wanted something authentic. I found a stall with these beautifully hand-embroidered pillows or cojines. The colors, the patterns, the craftsmanship, it was stunning. After a little friendly haggling, I bought one for $15. It felt like a real piece of Mexican art. We ended our day with a late, hearty dinner of pozole, a rich hominy stew, for $8. The grand total for a day of food, art, history, and souvenirs, an unbelievable $46.25. We still have more than half our money left. Mexico City, you are a treasure. Alright friends, from the warm embrace of Mexico City, we are jetting across the Pacific to a city that operates on a whole different frequency, Tokyo. Wow, just wow. This is a city of the future, a dazzling metropolis of neon signs, towering skyscrapers, and impeccable order. The energy is electric, and my first thought was, okay, that $100 is going to evaporate here, isn't it? The reputation for being expensive is real, but I was determined to see if we could crack the code. Our first challenge, breakfast. We skipped the pricey hotel buffets and dove straight into a konbini, a Japanese convenience store. But this is not your average convenience store. These places are temples of delicious, affordable food. I grabbed a warm, fluffy egg salad sandwich, the sando, for about $3. The bread is cloud-like, the filling is creamy and perfect. And to go with it, a hot can of coffee from a vending machine for $1. Yes, hot coffee in a can, it's a marvel of modern engineering and it's surprisingly good. So, for $4 we had a satisfying, quintessentially Tokyo breakfast on the go. It was the perfect fuel for a day of exploration. We're off to a good start, but I know the challenges are just beginning. Tokyo is a beautiful, expensive beast, and we have to be smart. Next up, transportation. Tokyo's train system is a masterpiece of efficiency, but it can get pricey if you're buying single tickets. The solution? A 24-hour Tokyo Metro Pass. For about $6, you get unlimited rides on the majority of the subway lines. This is the golden ticket, my friends. It's your key to unlocking the city without having to worry about the cost of every single trip. We activated our passes and descended into the clean, orderly world of the Tokyo Metro, ready to conquer the city. Our first destination, a place of peace amidst the urban chaos. We took the train to Harajuku Station, but we weren't there for the famous fashion street just yet. Instead, we walked a few steps to the entrance of the Meiji Jingu Shrine. Passing through the giant wooden torii gate is like stepping into another dimension. The noise of the city completely disappears, replaced by the crunch of gravel under your feet and the rustling of leaves in the ancient forest. It's a serene, spiritual oasis dedicated to Emperor Meiji and Empress Shokin. And the best part? Admission is completely free. We spent the morning wandering the peaceful grounds, watching people leave their prayers on wooden ime plaques, feeling a million miles away from the city just outside the gates. After the tranquility of the shrine, we were ready for a jolt of energy, and there's no better place for that than Shibuya. We used our trusty Metro Pass and emerged from the station right into the world-famous Shibuya crossing. Oh my goodness, it's organized chaos, a human symphony, a river of people flowing from every direction. You have to see it to believe it. We went up to the second floor of the Starbucks, a classic viewing spot, and just watched, mesmerized, as the crosswalk emptied and filled over and over again. This is another one of those iconic, only in Tokyo experiences that costs absolutely nothing but your time. It's pure spectacle. All that people watching works up an appetite, and it was time for lunch. Tokyo is famous for its high-end sushi, but it's also home to some of the best, most affordable ramen on the planet. We found a small, local ramen ya where you order from a vending machine outside. You put in your money, you press a button for the ramen you want, and you hand the little ticket to the chef. It's brilliant. I got a rich, savory bowl of tonkotsu ramen for about $8. The broth was creamy, the noodles were perfectly chewy, the chashu pork just melted in your mouth. It was a deeply satisfying, soulful meal that warmed me from the inside out. With our bellies full and our spirits high, we decided to explore a different side of Tokyo's pop culture. We hopped back on the metro and headed to Akihabara, also known as Electric Town. This place is a sensory overload in the best possible way. It's the heart of anime, manga, and gaming culture. We didn't buy any expensive electronics. Instead, we went to one of the giant arcades. For about $5 we played a few rounds of Taiko no Tatsujin, a ridiculously fun drumming game, and tried our luck at a UFO catcher claw machine, and failed miserably, but laughed the whole time. It was a fun, silly way to spend an hour and feel like a kid again. As evening approached, we knew we had to have one last iconic Tokyo food experience, sushi. But how to do it on a budget? The answer is a standing sushi bar. These are no-frills spots where you stand at the counter and order piece by piece. The fish is incredibly fresh, and because there's no fancy seating, the prices are much lower. We had several delicious pieces of tuna, salmon, and eel, plus a drink for about $15. It was incredible quality for the price. Our grand total for the day in one of the world's most expensive cities. We spent $4 for breakfast, $6 for transport, $8 for lunch, $5 at the arcade, and $15 for dinner. That's $38. Tokyo on a budget, it can be done. Hello friends, oh my goodness, look where we are. This is Istanbul, a city so nice well, it's just incredibly nice. It's the bridge between East and West, Europe and Asia, and my stomach and some of the best food on the planet. I mean, just look at this place. The history is practically seeping out of the cobblestones, the smell of spices and roasting chestnuts is in the air, and the sounds of the city are like a symphony. It's a place where every corner you turn, there's something new, something beautiful, something delicious waiting for you. And we're here with $100 to see what kind of magic we can find. I have a feeling it's going to be a lot. Our day starts, as all good days should, with breakfast. But this isn't just any breakfast. This is a Turkish breakfast, a kahvaltı. And let me tell you, it's not a meal, it's an event. It's a declaration of love for food. We found a little local place, not one of the big tourist spots, but a cozy little haven where the owner treats you like family. For just about $10, the table disappears under a sea of small plates. There are cheeses, olives of every color, fresh-baked simit bread covered in sesame seeds, honey dripping from the comb, clotted cream they call kaymak, which is just heavenly. And of course, endless glasses of strong, beautiful Turkish tea. With our bellies full and our hearts happy, it's time to explore. Istanbul is a city you have to walk through to really feel. We're heading towards the Sultanahmet district, the historic heart of it all. The energy is just incredible. You see people from all over the world, you hear a dozen different languages, but everyone shares this look of awe. We're not going inside the big-ticket museums just yet. First, we're just soaking it all in. We're wandering through the Hippodrome, imagining the chariot races, and just staring at the magnificent blue mosque and Hagia Sophia from the outside. The best things in life are free, right? And this view is priceless. Now you can't come to Istanbul and not experience the Grand Bazaar. It's one of the oldest and largest covered markets in the world. It's a labyrinth of wonders. Getting lost in here isn't a risk, it's the whole point. Every alleyway is a new adventure, glittering with lamps, piled high with colorful spices, and lined with beautiful textiles. We're just browsing for now, but I've set aside a little $10 budget for a souvenir, maybe a beautiful little ceramic bowl or some fragrant apple tea to take home. It's not about spending a lot, it's about finding that one little thing that will always remind you of this incredible place. It's a memory you can hold in your hand. Okay, after all that walking, a person gets hungry. It's a rule. And in Istanbul, the street food is calling my name. It's shouting it actually. For lunch, we're keeping it simple and delicious. We're getting a balık ekmek, which is a fish sandwich. But oh, it's so much more than that. Down by the Galata Bridge, you see these boats rocking on the water with grills right on them. They're grilling fresh-caught fish and stuffing it into a crusty loaf of bread with onions and lettuce. The whole thing costs about $5. It's fresh, it's flavorful, it's a little bit smoky from the grill. Eating this, with the seagulls flying overhead and the city buzzing around you, this is what travel is all about. Now for a bit of culture that you can't miss. We're heading into the Spice Bazaar, or the Egyptian Bazaar. The smell alone is worth the trip. It's this intoxicating cloud of cardamom, cumin, mint, and 100 other things I can't even name. The colors are just as vibrant, mountains of deep red paprika, bright yellow turmeric, and green pistachios. We spent about $5 here, not on spices, but on some of the best Turkish delight I have ever tasted. Not the stuff you get in a box at the airport. This is the real deal. Soft, chewy, filled with nuts and flavored with rosewater. It's like eating a sweet, fragrant cloud. Absolutely beautiful. You know me, I love a good cultural experience, but I also love a good schwitz. So we're heading to a hammam, a traditional Turkish bath. This is an experience that goes back centuries. It's about cleansing, relaxing, and just letting go of everything. We found a local, historic hammam that isn't one of the super pricey tourist ones. For about $35, you get the full works. You lie on a warm marble slab, get scrubbed down until you're cleaner than you've ever been, and then covered in a mountain of fragrant soap bubbles. It's invigorating and incredibly relaxing all at once. I feel like a new person. A very, very clean new person. As the sun begins to set over the Golden Horn, it's time for our final meal. We've got about $25 left, and we're going for a proper dinner. We found a lovely little lokanta, a tradesman's restaurant, serving authentic home-style Turkish food. We're having a delicious lamb stew, slow-cooked with vegetables until it's fall-apart tender, served with some fluffy rice and a fresh salad. We're sitting here eating this incredible food, listening to the call to prayer echo across the city. What a day. $100 in Istanbul gets you history, culture, a full-body scrub, and a feast for a king. I love this city. Alright everybody, pack your bathing suits and your appetite because we are in Budapest. They call it the Pearl of the Danube, and I can see why. This city is a stunner. It's got this grand old-world elegance, but also this cool, youthful energy. It's like a sophisticated grandma who also knows all the best places to go dancing. And the best part? Your money here feels like it doubles. $100 in Budapest feels like $200 anywhere else. We're going to eat, we're going to explore, and we are definitely going to get wet. Come on, let's go. This is going to be amazing. First things first, let's talk about getting around. Budapest has this fantastic public transport system. Trams, buses, and this beautiful old metro line that feels like a museum on wheels. A 24-hour pass is the way to go, and it costs less than $7. That's our ticket to the whole city for the entire day. It's freedom in a little paper ticket. Our first ride is on the iconic yellow tram 2, which runs right along the Danube River. On one side you have the Buda Castle looking down at you, and on the other, the magnificent Parliament building. It's like a sightseeing tour that only costs a few cents per view. What a deal. Now lunch. We're in Hungary, so we have to have goulash. It's the law. I think it's the law. We found a traditional little spot called an etkezda, which is like a canteen for locals, serving up honest-to-goodness home cooking. For about $8, I got a huge steaming bowl of rich, hearty beef goulash, packed with tender meat, potatoes, and that beautiful sweet paprika flavor. It's served with fresh bread for dipping, because you can't leave a single drop of that delicious broth behind. This isn't just a soup, it's a hug in a bowl. It's the kind of food that makes you feel warm and happy from the inside out. After that soul-warming lunch, it's time to walk it off by exploring the Castle Hill district. We took the funicular up, which was a couple of dollars well spent just for the fun of it, and now we're wandering around a fairy tale. You've got the Buda Castle, the whimsical turrets of Fisherman's Bastion, and the beautifully tiled roof of Matthias Church. We're not paying to go inside everything. The real magic is just being here, walking these historic streets and taking in the panoramic views of the entire city. From up here you can really appreciate the scale and the beauty of Budapest. It's breathtaking. And the best view in town is absolutely free. Okay, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. We are going to a thermal bath. Budapest is famous for its medicinal hot springs, and going to a bath is a quintessential local experience. It's where people come to socialize, to play chess, and to soak their worries away. We're heading to the Széchenyi Thermal Bath, one of the largest in Europe. A ticket for the whole day is about $30. You walk into this grand neo-Baroque palace, and then you step out into these huge outdoor pools with steam rising into the air. It's surreal, soaking in this naturally hot, mineral-rich water surrounded by this incredible architecture. This is the life. I could stay here all day. After a few hours of turning into a happy human prune, I'm ready for a snack. And I know just the thing. We're getting a Curtis Scalax, or a chimney cake. You can smell them from a block away. They wrap dough around a spool, cover it in sugar and roast it over charcoal until it's golden brown and caramelized. Then, they roll it in cinnamon or walnuts or cocoa. It costs about $4. You pull it apart and it comes off in this warm, fluffy, sweet spiral. It's crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, and just unbelievably delicious. Eating this warm, sweet treat after soaking in the baths is pure, unadulterated happiness. As evening approaches, we're heading over to the Jewish Quarter, which has transformed into the city's coolest neighborhood. It's famous for its ruin bars. These are huge, abandoned buildings and courtyards that have been turned into these incredibly eclectic, funky bars, filled with mismatched furniture, art installations, and just a fantastic laid-back vibe. We're going to Simpla Kurt, the most famous one. We're not here for a wild party, just to soak in the atmosphere. A glass of good local wine or a beer here costs about $4. It's worth it just to walk around and see the place. It's like a work of art you can drink in. For our final act in this amazing city, we're having dinner. With about $40 left, we can have a really nice meal. We're going to a traditional Hungarian restaurant for chicken paprikás, another classic dish. It's tender chicken in a creamy paprika-infused sauce, served with homemade dumplings called nakadli. It's comfort food at its absolute finest. So for $100 we had public transport all day, 2 incredible traditional meals, a chimney cake, a drink at a ruin bar, and we spent hours soaking in a palace-like thermal bath. Budapest, you don't just offer value for money, you offer a wealth of experiences. I'm completely charmed. Okay, here we are, the Big Apple, New York City. The city that never sleeps because it's too busy trying to figure out how to pay rent. I love this city. The energy, the people, the skyline, it's electrifying. There's absolutely nowhere else like it on Earth. But let's be honest, it's not known for being easy on the wallet. $100 in New York can disappear faster than a New Yorker's patience in slow traffic. So the challenge today is not just to survive, but to thrive. To find the real New York, the delicious New York, the beautiful New York, without having to take out a second mortgage. Let's do this. First up, transportation. Cabs are out of the question. That's a budget killer right there. The key to this city is the subway. It's the circulatory system of New York. It's loud, it's gritty, it's sometimes a little confusing, but it's the great equalizer, and it will get you anywhere you need to go. We're putting $10 on a Metro card. That gives us a few rides to hop around Manhattan. Our first ride is taking us downtown. The journey itself is part of the experience. You see every walk of life on the subway. It's a rolling, rumbling, beautiful cross-section of humanity. It's the real heartbeat of the city. For breakfast, we're doing it the New York way. We're grabbing a bagel. But not just any bagel, a real New York bagel. It's a whole different species. It's chewy and dense and has that perfect crust. We found a classic deli, a no-frills place where they've been boiling and baking these things for generations. For about $5 you can get a fresh bagel with a smear of cream cheese. I went for an everything bagel because why choose one flavor when you can have everything? Eating this, standing on a street corner, watching the city wake up, now I feel like a New Yorker. It's simple, it's cheap, and it's absolutely perfect. Now for one of the best free activities in the entire world, walking across the Brooklyn Bridge. This is a must-do. We're starting on the Manhattan side and walking towards Brooklyn. With every step, the view of the downtown skyline gets more and more spectacular. You can see the Statue of Liberty, the Empire State Building, the whole magnificent panorama. You're surrounded by people from all over the globe, all sharing this one perfect moment. It doesn't cost a penny, but the feeling you get, the pictures you take, the memory of being suspended between these two iconic boroughs, that's priceless. This is pure New York magic right here. Okay, we've made it to Brooklyn, and all that walking has made me hungry for the most quintessential New York food of all, a slice of pizza. We are on a pilgrimage to get a classic New York slice. We're not going to one of the famous expensive tourist trap pizzerias. We're going to a neighborhood slice shop, the kind you find on every other block. For about $4, you get a huge, foldable slice of cheese pizza. The crust is thin and crispy, the sauce is tangy, the cheese is perfectly melted. You fold it in half, you let the grease drip down your arm a little bit, and you take a bite. It's heaven. It's simple, it's democratic, it's delicious. After lunch, we're taking advantage of another one of New York's incredible freebies, the Staten Island Ferry. A lot of people pay a lot of money for a boat tour to see the Statue of Liberty. But the locals know the secret. The Staten Island ferry is a commuter ferry, so it's completely free to ride. It leaves from Lower Manhattan, goes right past Lady Liberty, giving you a fantastic close-up view, and then docks in Staten Island, where you just get off and get on the next boat back. You get a harbor cruise with million-dollar views of the statue and the skyline for the grand price of $0. This is the best bargain in the entire city. As the afternoon wears on, we're heading back into Manhattan for a stroll. We're going to Central Park, the city's magnificent green lung. You can spend an entire day in here and not see it all. We're not renting a boat or taking a carriage ride, we're just walking. We're wandering through the Literary Walk, we're watching people at the Bethesda Terrace, and we're just finding a nice bench to sit and people watch for a while. It's a beautiful escape from the chaos of the city streets. It's another one of those amazing free gifts that New York offers. It's a place for everyone, and it's a reminder of the beauty you can find in the middle of all this concrete. For dinner, we have to be smart. A sit-down meal in Manhattan can easily blow our entire remaining budget, so we're heading to Chinatown. Here you can still find incredible food for amazing prices. We have about $20 left and we're going to a dumpling house. For that price we can get a huge plate of delicious, steaming, pan-fried pork and chive dumplings, and maybe some noodles to share. It's bustling, it's authentic, and it is so good. So, there you have it. $100 in New York, a bagel, a slice, a ferry ride, a walk in the park, and a dumpling feast. You can't buy everything, but you can definitely buy a perfect New York day. Oh, Bangkok, just saying the name makes my mouth water. It's a city that grabs you by the senses and doesn't let go. The moment you step outside, it's a beautiful, chaotic symphony of sounds, smells, and sights. Tuk-tuks whizzing by like metallic insects, the sizzle of woks on every corner, the fragrant steam of jasmine rice hanging in the air. It's just incredible. This isn't just a city, it's a living, breathing, culinary organism. And for $100? My friends in Bangkok, $100 doesn't just buy you a day's worth of food and fun, it buys you a kingdom. I feel like a king already, and I haven't even had breakfast yet. And what a breakfast it is. We're starting the day right with a classic Thai breakfast that costs less than a cup of coffee back home. I'm talking about jak, a savory rice porridge that's like a warm hug for your stomach. It's creamy, comforting, and you can load it up with all sorts of wonderful things. Tender pork meatballs, a perfectly soft-boiled egg, crispy fried garlic, and a little sprinkle of fresh ginger and cilantro. It's a universe of flavor in one bowl. For just $2, you're not just eating, you're participating in a daily ritual that fuels this entire magnificent city. This is how you connect, this is how you start to understand a place, one delicious spoonful at a time. After that soul-warming breakfast, we're off to explore. And how do you get around in Bangkok? You can take the modern SkyTrain, sure. But for the real experience, the real fun, you have to hop on a river taxi. For less than $1, you're not just commuting. You're on a scenic cruise down the Chao Phraya River, the city's ancient highway. You see glittering temples, rickety wooden houses on stilts, and skyscrapers all coexisting. It's a moving postcard of old and new Bangkok. It's the best deal in town, a theme park ride and public transportation all in one. I'm telling you, the journey here is just as spectacular as the destination. And our first destination is a big one. Wat Arun, the Temple of Dawn. As the boat pulls up, you see this magnificent structure covered in millions of tiny pieces of colorful porcelain and seashells. It's breathtaking. It looks like something out of a dream, a jewel box sparkling in the sun. And climbing its steep steps, you get this incredible panoramic view of the river and the city. It's a moment of peace and awe in the middle of all the wonderful chaos. And all of this, the boat ride, the temple entrance, has barely made a dent in our $100 bill. I'm already having the time of my life. Okay, lunchtime, you know what that means. In Bangkok, every meal is an adventure. We're diving deep into the heart of street food culture. Forget fancy restaurants for a moment. The real magic happens right here on the pavement. I found a little stall that's famous for its pad krapao mu sap, which is stir-fried holy basil with minced pork served over rice with a crispy fried egg on top. The sound of the wok, the smell of the basil and chilies hitting the hot oil. It's pure theater. The flavors are just explosive, spicy, savory, a little sweet with that fragrant basil tying it all together. This is the kind of food that makes you happy to be alive. Now, with our bellies full and our spirits high, it's time to cross the river again. This time we're heading to Wat Pho, home of the incredible reclining Buddha. You walk into the temple and there it is. This statue is enormous, it's majestic, it's covered in gold leaf and it fills the entire building. You have to crane your neck to take it all in. It's one of those things you see in pictures, but nothing prepares you for the sheer scale and serenity of it in person. It's a humbling, beautiful experience, a reminder of the deep spiritual heart that beats within this bustling city, and just look at the intricate mother-of-pearl designs on the soles of his feet. Amazing. After all that walking and exploring, my feet are telling me it's time for a little treat. And in Thailand that means one thing, a traditional Thai massage. Now this isn't your gentle, sleepy spa massage, this is an art form. They stretch you, they pull you, they press on points you didn't even know you had. It's like yoga, but someone else is doing all the work for you. For about $8, you get an hour of this incredible, invigorating therapy. You walk in feeling tired, and you walk out feeling like a new person, completely refreshed and ready for more adventures. It's the best kind of reset button. To cap off our perfect Bangkok day, we're heading to a night market for dinner. The city transforms at night with a whole new universe of food stalls coming to life. We're feasting on grilled river prawns, a spicy green papaya salad, and for dessert, the legendary mango sticky rice. Sweet, ripe mango with warm, coconut-infused sticky rice, it's heaven. All told, our epic day of temples, riverboats, massages, and more food than I can possibly describe cost us just under $50. $50! In Bangkok, you don't just spend money, you invest it in pure joy. I love this town. Hello, Cape Town. Look at this place. It's one of the most stunningly beautiful cities in the world, I'm convinced of it. You've got this dramatic, magnificent mountain right in the middle of everything, and it just tumbles down into two different oceans. The air feels different here, it's crisp, it's clean, it's full of energy and possibility. It's a city that invites you to be outdoors, to explore, to breathe it all in. And for $100 you can really get a taste of everything that makes this place so special, from its incredible natural wonders to its vibrant, complex culture. What a welcome. First things first, you can't come to Cape Town and not go up Table Mountain. It's not just a landmark, it's the heart and soul of the city. We're taking the cable car up, and as you ascend, the view just gets more and more spectacular. The entire city unfolds beneath you like a map, with the deep blue of the Atlantic on one side and the warmer waters of the Indian Ocean on the other. It's a geography lesson and a spiritual experience all at once. Standing at the top, with the wind whipping around you and the clouds rolling in over the peaks, they call it the tablecloth, you feel like you're on top of the world. After that incredible high, literally, it's time for a different kind of Cape Town experience. We're heading down to the Bokayap neighborhood, and wow, is it a feast for the eyes? This area is famous for its brightly colored houses. We're talking lime green, sunshine yellow, hot pink, brilliant turquoise. Every street is a rainbow. It's not just for show, it's a symbol of freedom and expression for the Cape Malay community that has lived here for generations. Walking through these streets, you can smell the spices from the kitchens: cardamom, cumin, turmeric. It's a neighborhood with so much history, so much flavor, and so much joy. And speaking of flavor, it's time for lunch. We're diving right into the heart of Cape Malay cuisine with a local specialty, a Gatsby. Now this isn't your F. Scott Fitzgerald novel. This is a massive, foot-long sandwich, a legend in Cape Town. It's a gigantic roll stuffed with hot chips, that's fries for my American friends, and all sorts of fillings. We've gone for the masala steak version, and it is packed with tender, spicy meat and a delicious sauce. It's messy, it's gigantic, it's meant to be shared, and it is absolutely delicious. This is food for the people, and it's a true taste of local life. Okay, what's next on our Cape Town adventure? We're going to see penguins. Yes, you heard me right. Just a short drive out of the city is Boulders Beach, which is home to a colony of African penguins. You walk along these boardwalks and there they are, just waddling around on the sand, sunbathing on the rocks, and swimming in the turquoise water. It's the most charming, delightful thing you'll ever see. They're dressed in their little tuxedos, going about their day. It's completely surreal and utterly wonderful. This is one of those only in Cape Town moments that you'll never, ever forget. I could watch them all day. Now you can't talk about this part of the world without talking about the wine. The region around Cape Town is one of the most beautiful wine countries on the planet. So for the afternoon we're visiting a vineyard in Constantia, one of the oldest wine-producing areas in the Southern Hemisphere. For just a few dollars you can do a wine tasting, sampling these world-class Sauvignon Blancs and Pinotages, while looking out at rows and rows of beautiful vines with the mountains in the background. It's so sophisticated, so relaxing, It feels like $1 million experience, but it's just another affordable piece of the Cape Town puzzle. As the sun starts to set, it's time for dinner. And in South Africa that means one thing: a braai. A braai is so much more than a barbecue. It's a cultural institution. It's about friends, family, and community coming together around a fire. We found a local spot that serves up a fantastic braai platter. We're talking perfectly grilled boerewors, a traditional South African sausage, tender lamb chops and chicken, all cooked over an open flame. The smoky flavor is just incredible. It's simple, it's honest, and it's deeply satisfying. This is the taste of South African hospitality. And there you have it. A day in Cape Town that took us from the top of a mountain to a beach full of penguins, from the colorful streets of the Bo-Kaap to the elegant vineyards, and ended with a hearty, soulful meal. We did all of that, experienced so much of the nature and culture of this incredible place, all for under $100. Cape Town is a city that gives you so much. It fills your eyes with beauty, your lungs with fresh air, and your heart with joy. What a place. I'm already planning my trip back. Paris. Ah, Paris. Just the word itself sounds like a sigh of contentment. It's the city of light, the city of love, the city of art, and my favorite, the city of incredible food. People think Paris is impossibly expensive, a place where $100 disappears before you've even had your morning coffee. But I'm here to tell you that's not true. If you know how to do it right, if you live like a Parisian, you can have a truly magical, delicious, and beautiful day. It's not about spending a lot of money, it's about savoring the simple, perfect things that this city does better than anywhere else in the world. Our day starts, as every day in Paris should, at a boulangerie. The smell alone is worth the trip, that warm, toasty, buttery scent of baking bread. We're not going for a fancy sit-down breakfast, we're doing it the Parisian way. A croissant and a pain au chocolat fresh from the oven. Look at this croissant. The layers are so flaky and delicate it shatters when you bite into it. It's pure butter and air and happiness. And the pain au chocolat with those little bars of dark chocolate tucked inside. It's perfection. For just a few euros you're starting your day with one of life's greatest and simplest pleasures. With our pastry breakfast in hand, we're taking a stroll. Paris is a city made for walking. Every street, every corner has a little story to tell. We're heading towards the Seine, wandering through the Jardin des Tuileries, watching the Parisians go about their morning. This is the best way to see the city, to feel its rhythm. We're making our way to one of the most famous landmarks in the world, the Louvre. Now, going inside can take up a lot of time and money, but you don't have to. Just being in the courtyard, seeing the magnificent glass pyramid against the backdrop of the historic palace, is an experience in itself. It's grand, it's iconic, and it is completely free to enjoy. After soaking in the grandeur of the Louvre, we're crossing the Pont des Arts, the famous Lovelock Bridge, and wandering into the charming neighborhood of Saint-Germain-des-Prés. This was the haunt of writers and intellectuals like Hemingway and Sartre. You can still feel that creative energy in the air. It's full of beautiful little art galleries, antique bookshops, and classic Parisian cafes. We're not spending money, we're just window shopping and absorbing the atmosphere. This is what I mean about savoring the city. The best things in Paris, the beauty, the history, the romance, don't cost a thing. You just have to open your eyes and walk. Lunchtime in Paris. Are we going to a fancy bistro with white tablecloths? No, my friends, we are doing something even better, even more Parisian. We are assembling the perfect picnic. First stop, a fromagerie, a cheese shop. The smell, it's overwhelming in the best possible way. We're getting a little bit of creamy camembert and a slice of nutty comte. Next, to the charcuterie for some jambon de Paris and a little saucisson. And of course, we need the most important ingredient, a fresh, crusty baguette from the boulangerie, still warm from the oven. This is interactive eating. This is a treasure hunt for deliciousness. With our treasures in hand, we've found the perfect spot along the banks of the River Seine. We've laid out our little feast with the Notre Dame Cathedral in the distance. This is it. This is the life. Breaking off a piece of that fresh baguette, topping it with a slice of that incredible cheese and ham. It's a symphony of flavors and textures. Simple, perfect ingredients, enjoyed in one of the most beautiful settings on earth. This meal, which feels like the most luxurious experience in the world, cost us maybe $15. It's not about how much it costs, it's about how much you enjoy it. And I'm enjoying this very, very much. After that perfect lunch, we're ready for a little more exploring. We're heading to Montmartre, the beautiful hilltop neighborhood that feels like a village within the city. We're taking the funicular up the hill to save our legs and the expense of a taxi. At the top is the stunning Sacré-Cœur Basilica, that big white wedding cake of a church that looks out over all of Paris. The view from its steps is absolutely breathtaking. You can see the whole city spread out before you. We'll wander through the Place du Théâtre, where artists are painting, capturing the bohemian spirit that has defined this neighborhood for centuries. As evening approaches, we're not done yet. We're going to see the Eiffel Tower. We've timed it perfectly. We find a spot on the Champ de Mars, the park in front of the tower, just as the sun sets. And then, on the hour, the magic happens. The whole tower begins to sparkle with thousands of twinkling lights. It's pure, unabashedly romantic and beautiful. It makes you feel like a kid on Christmas morning. For dinner, a simple, delicious crepe from a street stand. A crepe au sucre et citron, sugar and lemon. It's the perfect sweet ending to a perfect Parisian day. Pastries, a picnic, art history, and a sparkling light show. All for well under $100. Paris je t'aime. You don't have to be rich to live richly here. Buenos Aires, oh what a city! It's like they took a slice of Paris, a piece of Milan, added a dash of that incredible Latin American passion, and then just let it simmer into something completely unique. I'm telling you, the moment you step onto these streets you feel it. The energy, the history, the sheer elegance of it all. It's a city that dances, literally and figuratively. And the best part, for us right now, it's a place where $100 doesn't just get you a day, it gets you a day and a half of pure, unadulterated joy. It's like finding a winning lottery ticket in a jacket you haven't worn in years. That kind of happy. We're starting our day the only way you should in Buenos Aires, with a coffee and a media luna. But this isn't just any coffee shop. We're at a classic cafe notable. A place steeped in so much history you can practically see the ghosts of writers and artists past, arguing about politics and poetry over their cortados. The coffee is strong, dark, and wakes you up with a gentle, sophisticated nudge. And the media lunas, oh, these crescent-shaped pastries are like a croissant's sweeter, more charming cousin. Flaky, buttery, with a delicate glaze that just melts in your mouth. It's a simple breakfast, but it's perfect. It's the kind of start that makes you think, okay, today is going to be a good day. Now, with our bellies happy and our spirits high, it's time to soak in some culture. We're heading to the Recoleta Cemetery. I know, a cemetery doesn't sound like a tourist hotspot, but trust me on this one. This is less a graveyard and more an open-air museum of mausoleums. Each one is a work of art, a miniature palace built to honor the city's most famous families. You wander through these quiet, marble-lined streets, and you're just in awe of the craftsmanship and the stories they hold. It's beautiful, it's a little spooky, and it's completely captivating. It's a place that makes you think about life, legacy, and the incredible art people create. And the best part, it's free to enter. That's right, one of the most incredible sights in the city, and it doesn't cost a single peso. This is what I love about travel. It's not always about the most expensive ticket, it's about the experience. We've had a delicious breakfast, we're walking through this architectural wonderland, and we've barely even touched our budget. Buenos Aires is already showing us its generous heart. It's a city that invites you in, that wants you to see its beauty without asking for much in return. And we're just getting started, my friends. I have a feeling things are about to get even more delicious. Okay, we've walked, we've marveled, and now my stomach is starting to sing a familiar song. It's the song of lunchtime. And in Buenos Aires that means one thing and one thing only. Steak. We're going to a parrilla, a traditional Argentine steakhouse. This isn't just a meal, it's a cultural institution. The smell hits you from a block away, that glorious smoky perfume of high-quality beef cooking over hot coals. It's a scent that promises happiness, a scent that says, you've come to the right place. We find a local spot, buzzing with porteños on their lunch break, the clatter of cutlery and happy chatter filling the air. This is where the magic happens. We order the bife de chorizo, which, surprise, has nothing to do with sausage. It's a glorious, thick-cut sirloin steak, the king of the parrilla. And when it arrives, it's a thing of beauty. Perfectly charred on the outside, blushing pink on the inside, glistening with its own delicious juices. It comes with a side of chimichurri, that vibrant green sauce of parsley, garlic, and olive oil that cuts through the richness of the meat with a herby, zesty punch. Every bite is a revelation. It's so tender, so flavorful, it practically melts on your tongue. This isn't just a steak, it's the culmination of a proud tradition. A testament to the art of grilling. It's pure, simple, and absolutely perfect. After a lunch that glorious, you need to walk it off. So, we're taking a stroll through the colorful streets of La Boca, specifically the Caminito. Wow, it's like the entire neighborhood decided to paint their houses with the happiest colors they could find. Bright blues, sunny yellows, fiery reds. It's a feast for the eyes. Tango music spills out from cafes and you can see dancers performing right on the street, their movements filled with passion and drama. It's a little touristy, sure, but it's undeniably fun. It's a neighborhood with a personality so big and bold you can't help but smile as you wander through its vibrant alleyways. And to cap off our incredible day, we're going to a tango show. But not one of the big expensive dinner shows. We're going to a smaller, more intimate milonga where locals go to dance. Here, you feel the real soul of the tango. It's not just a performance, it's a conversation, a connection between two people. We'll grab a glass of Malbec, find a little table, and just watch. The music, the atmosphere, the breathtaking skill of the dancers. It's mesmerizing. We've had coffee and culture, an epic steak, a colorful walk, and now this, all for under $100. Buenos Aires, my friends, you have stolen my heart. What a city. Hello, friends. We have arrived in Marrakesh, and let me tell you, this city is an immediate jolt to the senses. The moment you step into the Medina, it's like everything comes alive. The air is thick with the scent of spices, leather, and sweet mint tea. The sounds are a symphony of merchants calling out their wares, the buzz of motorbikes navigating impossibly narrow alleys, and the distant call to prayer. And the colors. Oh, the colors. The vibrant heaps of spices, the shimmering lanterns, the rich textures of carpets and jalabas. It's overwhelming in the best possible way. It's a city that doesn't whisper, it sings, it shouts, it grabs you by the hand and says, "Come on, let's have an adventure." Our first mission, as always, is food. And here that means diving headfirst into the heart of it all, the Jama El Fna Square. By day it's a bustling market with snake charmers and storytellers, but by night it transforms into the world's most incredible open-air restaurant. We find a stall and pull up a seat on a wobbly bench, and the feast begins. We're having tagine, of course. A beautiful clay pot arrives, and when the lid is lifted, a cloud of fragrant steam reveals tender chicken, preserved lemons and olives, all slow-cooked to perfection. The flavors are complex and comforting, a warm hug in a bowl. It's the kind of food that tastes like it has a story, a recipe passed down through generations. And you can't have just one thing. That's the beauty of this place. We're also getting some grilled merguez sausage, spicy and smoky, served with a pile of fluffy couscous. And we're washing it all down with freshly squeezed orange juice. I'm telling you, the oranges here taste like they've been kissed by the sun. It's so sweet, so refreshing, it's the perfect counterpoint to the rich, savory flavors of the food. Sitting here, surrounded by the energy of the square, eating this incredible food with our hands, this is what travel is all about. It's connection, it's flavor, it's being completely present in a moment of pure, delicious chaos. With our bellies full and happy, it's time to get lost in the souks. And I mean that literally. Getting lost is part of the fun. These winding, covered alleyways are a labyrinth of treasures. Every turn reveals something new. A shop overflowing with colorful leather babouches, another with intricate silver teapots, another with fragrant spices and perfumes. The shopkeepers are friendly, always ready with a smile and an invitation to drink some mint tea. It's not just shopping, it's an experience, it's a conversation. We're not here to buy a lot, just to soak it all in, to admire the craftsmanship and to enjoy the friendly haggle. This is the vibrant, beating heart of Marrakesh. After the wonderful, beautiful chaos of the souks, you need a place to catch your breath. A little oasis of calm. And in Marrakesh we've found the perfect spot, the Jardin Majorelle. This garden is a masterpiece. Originally created by the French painter Jacques Majorelle and later restored by Yves Saint Laurent, it's a stunning botanical garden where the plants are the art. But the real star of the show is the color. A specific, intense shade of cobalt blue, now known as Majorelle blue, is used on the buildings, the fountains, and the flower pots. It's so vivid, so electric, especially against the lush greens of the cacti and bamboo groves. It's like stepping into a painting. Walking through these shaded pathways, the only sounds are the gentle trickle of water and the chirping of birds. It's a world away from the hustle and bustle just outside its walls. You can feel your shoulders relax, your breathing slow down. It's a place for quiet contemplation, a moment to just be. We find a bench and sit for a while, just taking in the beauty of it all. The contrast between the wild energy of the Medina and the serene tranquility of this garden is what makes Marrakesh so special. It's a city of incredible dualities, and we're getting to experience both sides of its amazing personality. And believe me, it's a beautiful personality. Now for our final Moroccan experience, we're doing something truly special. We're going to a hammam. This is a traditional Moroccan steam bath and it's an essential part of the culture. It's about more than just getting clean. It's a ritual of purification and relaxation. We go to a local traditional hammam, not a fancy tourist spa. We're given a bucket, some black soap made from olives, and a rough glove called A. You sit in the warm, steamy room, lather yourself up, and then you get scrubbed. And I mean, you get. It's an invigorating, exfoliating experience that leaves your skin feeling softer than you ever thought possible. It might feel a little strange at first, but you have to just go with it. Embrace the experience. Afterwards you feel completely renewed, relaxed, and incredibly clean. It's the perfect way to end our day. We've been stimulated by the souks, fed by the square, calmed by the garden, and now, purified by the hammam. We've had a full day of culture, food, and relaxation, a complete sensory journey from start to finish. And we've done it all for under $100. Marrakesh, you are a magical, mesmerizing, and utterly unforgettable city. Thank you for sharing your wonders with us. Wow, what a trip. 10 cities, 10 completely different worlds, all explored with just $100. From the historic cafes of Buenos Aires to the fragrant steam of a Marrakesh hammam, we've seen just how far a little bit of money and a whole lot of curiosity can take you. It's amazing, isn't it? You can have a Michelin-starred meal in one city and a feast on a plastic stool in another, and both can be the best meal of your life. It proves that travel isn't about how much you spend, it's about how you spend your time. It's about the people you meet, the flavors you taste, and the moments that make you stop and just say, wow. This journey has been a beautiful reminder that the world is full of these incredible pockets of value and joy. Sometimes it's because of a favorable exchange rate, and other times it's because the best things in life, a walk through a beautiful park, a conversation with a friendly stranger, a stunning sunset, are free. Every city had its own personality, its own challenges, and its own incredible rewards. It's about being smart, being open, and being ready to say yes to new experiences. I hope this has inspired you to look at your own travel plans a little differently, to see that a grand adventure doesn't always need a grand budget. The real takeaway for me is this: connection. The connection to food, to culture, to history, and most importantly to people. Whether it was sharing a laugh with a street vendor in Bangkok or watching families enjoy a Sunday in Mexico City, those are the moments that stick with you. Those are the souvenirs that don't fit in your suitcase but stay in your heart forever. The world is a great, big, beautiful, and delicious place, my friends. All you have to do is go out and take a bite. Thank you so much for coming along with me on this incredible adventure. I had the best time, and I hope you did too. Until next time, keep exploring, keep eating, and keep smiling.